We got one here from Hugs Rock. Guys,
Hugs Rock, he's been in before.
Yeah, longtime fan. You've read my mail on the show before, but I think I
just said that, dude.
Way to go, Hugs Rock. But I think
Keep up.
I think I have the mother of all Italian air show stories to tell.
Okay.
Before you begin, just a warning, contains details of an interrupted sex act. Anyway, I was dating this girl.
What was that called? Not splinter warning.
Trigger
warning.
Trigger. There
Did you just fucking trigger warn us?
He just trigger warned us.
Oh no, it's got sex in it.
But interrupted sex.
No.
Very different.
Blue balls.
That's my trigger. Guys, I gotta leave.
Anyway, I was dating this girl, and we were about to go on date number 3 when she asked if I wanted to go back to her house. Now, where I come from, watching a DVD is a euphemism for getting laid. At this point, I couldn't stop humming the intro to I'm Gonna Love You Just a Little Bit More Baby by Barry White. Anyway, so we go to her house and watch the first 15 minutes of some crappy film. Then she led me into the bedroom. At this point, I still couldn't get that Barry White song out of my head. Anyway, she goes on her knees and yanks my trousers down, and then proceeds to give me what can only be described as a hand job more aggressive than the invasion of Poland.
That's what you get for wearing trousers instead of pants.
That was a German air show.
About halfway through, she tugged too hard, and immediately I had a jolt of pain. I scream, to which she thinks is pleasure, and I had to forcibly remove her hand away.
This woman's name was Maggie Iron Fist McGee.
Should have been a tell.
And he thought it was an expression. Turns out she literally has fists made of iron as hands.
What were you doing with my daughter?
I do know a girl who has a fake arm, right? A mechanical arm, like Skywalker style. And it's pretty legit. I mean, those things are pretty crazy, and they get really sophisticated. And she says that every guy she's ever dated everyone has asked if she would.
Can you get me with the arm?
Yeah. And can you give me a handy with your mechanical arm?
Can you give me a robo handy?
Which I think is, hot and respectful.
Something you'd say to your mom.
But she was telling me, we were grabbing a drink, and she was telling me a story, and she goes, and what I do is I have them put out their hand. And I said, okay. And she's like, put out your hand. I was like, no. I didn't ask you for a hand. I mean, not from that hand. I did not ask you.
But
I didn't ask you for mechanical hand
she
job.
gives you a quick demonstration.
She just says, she puts the hand on, she just has it pinch, just the flesh between my thumb and my index finger. Fucking hurts so bad.
I'm sure.
And I was like, no, I don't want that near any part of my penis.
Those things are specifically designed to crush beer cans.
That's their full. That's the first test.
That's the first test.
They don't put it on the fucking market.
No, this is the first.
Unless it crushes a beer can.
The Budweiser test. It's like, well, that's a good looking hand. Can it crush a can?
Which is weird because when I hear the sound of a beer can crushing, I come. Mm-hmm. I just blow my load. But don't put any of the crushing near me though. I just want to hear it. I'm an audio voyeur. Okay, go ahead.
So he has screamed. She thinks that it's a scream of pleasure. I look down, and my right testicle has somehow appeared at the end of my dick.
No!
Literally protruding out of my shaft.
What?
Stop it!
What
With
is
some of
happening?
it still in my shaft.
She fucking pinballed that shit. She
I was
fucking
in agony.
Pinball where you instead of you pull the dopper back, you just smash the dopper forward, and the ball just races to the top of the pinball machine. That sounds impossible.
I bet it is medically possible, but it sounds impossible.
That thunk you just heard on the mic was me hurting my hand trying to cover my mouth so fast just thinking about it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's awful. I tell the girl I'm going to the hospital, but she says she doesn't want to go, as she doesn't want to recount the tale to the medical staff.
Okay, fine.
So I left the house at about midnight and gingerly got into the taxi. I arrive at the hospital and am seen very quickly by a very attractive, at least a 9 or 10 nurse. She asks what happened, and I rather
9 or 10 nurses, like a
I
fleet.
think the nurse was either a 9
fleet
or
of
a
hot
10.
nurses,
or possibly a fleet. She asks what happened, and I rather falteringly tried to explain how I got myself into this current predicament.
worst hand job ever.
With a wry smile, she said she had better call the doctor. The doctor took a look and said it was quite common and handed me some rubber gloves and some lubricant and told me to try to push the aforementioned testicle
Shut
back into the scrotum.
Fuck up.
Really?
I mean,
I asked.
What, like, here's the thing. Like, I guess so, but like, common? No, no, not common. I want to back that up right away.
Yeah.
I want to go ahead and be like, I don't know if they were trying to make you feel better.
Because there's no rap song about this.
No.
If there was a rap song about this, I'd be like, yeah, that happens.
Oh, and all the sexual slang that I know,
Never
I have
heard.
no term for the old
That-
nut in the
That
head.
brings a whole nother meaning to bust a nut.
Yeah. That is. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and name it. It's the Saint Bernard.
The Saint Bernard.
Yeah, because you know they carry those barrels right around their neck.
It would look like that. That's a Saint Bernard. I'm glad that
Fucking Iron Fist McGee gave you a Saint Bernard.
How
That's what
lucky?
happened.
How lucky is he that it didn't happen while it was in her mouth?
Ah!
Oh, there is no nice part of the story.
Incidentally, she did get out of his chokehold.
So, really? I asked, and he nodded sagely and said he'd be back in 15 minutes to see how it was going.
Return I will in 15 minutes.
The 15 minutes was him being like, "Yeah, I didn't fucking know. I just hand him lube and was like, fucking
Back into your scrotum, testicle you must shove.
try."
It's
try.
like a wizened old doctor.
I didn't want to say try anything to make this go away, so I said, here's some lube, and this happens all the time.
A stick, perhaps you could use.
Oh my god!
I'm trying to figure out what the lube is for.
What do you mean to put it on the testy to just shove it back in that little pee
But it's
hole?
inside.
But it's on the inside.
No, it came out of his pee hole.
No, it didn't. It's up there. It's up there next to it. I think
it's in there.
I
He
think it's
said
still
it shot
inside.
out the shaft.
Oh, it literally protruding out of my shaft.
Oh!
Holy shit! This is so much worse than I thought it
I was going to
was.
say, you guys
Not,
were not nearly as shocked and distraught about this as I was.
Oh, this is so
Both
much
are
worse.
awful. And I gotta
like
take,
it's not a Saint
it
Bernard.
is not a Saint Bernard.
Oh,
It's like a Brazilian tree frog.
Or it's like alien, where like the head
alien
comes out of the head.
the mini head that sticks
Yeah,
out of the other
like the
head.
head.
Yeah.
You got a fucking alien. You got an iron-fisted alien cockhead.
oh, that is so much worse than I
Right?
thought it was.
Right? So you guys were confused. Yeah, this is terrible. This is a horrible thing that happened, and I can't even believe it happened. I do believe it, but oh my goodness.
Does not happen all the time.
Not a the fact that
Not-
you said common. You know what? We need to look
You
it up.
know what? It's common wherever that girl tries to get hand jobs. It's common at the
Yeah,
closest hospital.
yeah,
This
exactly.
girl's fucking
That
eHarmony
doctor's-
profile.
The
doctor
doctor's
has
like,
seen it a
I
lot."
see this all the time. Did you date so-and-so? Did you go on a date with Carol? Oh, yeah. This happens. She got hands of steel.
I've written letter after letter to get her banned from Tinder, but no one will stop that. Not enough letters, I guess.
Tell you the truth, she brings me a lot of business. I shouldn't be stopping
Yeah,
her.
my ethics versus my fucking ski chalet. It's a tough call.
Right. I mean, my second vacation of the year, I call my Carol vacation. So, I mean, going on my Carol trip, everybody.
Oh, this is awful.
I'm so uncomfortable right now.
Oh, that's a horrendous thought.
Thank goodness. If he had not warned me that this involved a sexual act, I would not. I'd be so much worse.
Your trigger got warned.
How fiercely must she have been jostling his business?
The answer has to be at least very. I mean, right? Like it has
Absolutely.
to be like a lot at least.
Yeah.
Very or a lot fiercely done.
Yeah, and then who did she ever do? Like, was this her first hand job,
Oh, God.
or was she was she with some dude who was like, until the ball comes out?
Yeah, a true orgasm is when the thing that creates the orgasm comes out of the penis. That's a true orgasm.
Yes, I'm doing what I was trained to
Somewhere
do.
there's a guy who's a fucking circus performer who just jostles his nuts in and out of the shaft of his cock, just fucking in and out like it's a fucking circus clown flower toy, just fucking out and in, thunk thunk thunk.
like a flower
His
wand.
urethra is like a fucking
Like a flower
Lincoln
wand.
Tunnel,
Like a-
total flower wand. Flower wand is the name of his
Flower
clown,
wand is what it is.
Clown end signature maneuver.
Flower wand.
That's it. By the way, if you want to get me in a prayer circle with Mormons, I have to bring flower wand with me.
Well, he's already on his knees. There she is.
Fuck. And here's the worst thing: is like, was she taught it?
That's what I mean.
Is there like a tradition that goes way back?
Wouldn't you have to kind of know what you're doing? Or I guess, I mean, either it's abject ignorance as to what's going on down there to make that happen.
That's got to be it, right?
I don't know. It's the frightening tale. If it's legit.
Who's this email from?
This is from Scoop Hugs something. Hugs Rock.
Hugs Rock. Get her on the horn. Let's talk to her.
That would be a fascinating interview.
I will do anything to interview this person over Skype or whatever.
She said she already didn't want to go to the hospital to talk about it. So
yeah, but she doesn't have to go. She has to go anywhere.
Right, we keep her.
I'm assuming this
we
was
can
some
keep her
time
anonymous.
ago.
I don't care. Let's track it. This is worth the interview. This is worth.
Yes. So during this time, even looking at my cock gave me pain.
Sure.
And touching the ball bag proved to be a no-go, as it was truly painful. So now I am on the bed, covered with surgical lube, and am still in no better shape. The doctor comes back and says it looks like we need to operate then, and would I want to do that now? In shock, all I could do is affirm with a slight nod of the head. He rings the surgeon, and all I can hear is abuse down the telephone coming to the doctor. The doctor said the surgeon would be down in a minute. The curtain opens, and a 50-year-old man dressed to the nines appears in a tux. He looks pissed off. I ask him if he was going anywhere and said he was actually going to a charity fundraiser. He tells me to lie back on the bed and that he's going to that he's not going to operate, but this might hurt a bit. Oh shit.
He's going to get it fixed.
Still in the tux, without putting any scrubs on, apart from the set of surgical gloves, he proceeds to do what I can only tell. This is awful.
Puts a fucking pistachio through a Capri Sun straw.
That's exactly it. The old pistachio in the Capri Sun straw. Ladies and gentlemen, for your illusory pleasure.
This doctor has the best "Sorry I'm Late" story for any charity event ever.
Sorry I'm late. Had to shove a guy's ball down his dick. What? Yeah, you know.
Is that an expression for something?
Nope. Shoved a guy's ball down his dick. And then
the guy's dick already has a ball.
No. But no. Shoved it back through the shaft, back into the ball sack area.
Why was it not there to begin with?
Well, apparently a girl really gave him a very vigorous hand job.
That's impossible.
No, it's actually quite. Was this girl Carol?
Yes. Oh, you know Carol?
I sure do. She used to live in my county, and my ER was full of disrupted ball sacks.
He proceeds to what I can only describe as hammering my ball back down the shaft with his thumb. Like a hammer on an anvil, what seemed like hours, but was most probably about 1 minute.
This surgeon actually built his house by hammering nails with his own thumb. So he
pounded my ball back into place.
This guy used to slap bass back in a funk band, and he broke every bass he played.
You know what, though? I'd rather have that than surgery on my dick.
True.
I don't want a Frankenwiener.
I would like to be knocked out.
Absolutely. Please knock me out.
Well, did they give him some kind? I guess they didn't give him anything, really, did they?
According to Hugs Rock, we got nothing.
Pounded the ball back into place, and once there, gave the sack a yank to what I can only believe was to make sure it was not going to leave anymore.
You stay there. You stay. You stay right there.
Like rubbing a dog's nose in it. Like,
do
ball.
what you did.
Leaving here, you stupid ball.
You stay here, you testy.
Now, I would say that I endured the pain in zen-like silence, but the truth is I shouted like a little girl.
Yeah.
After the ordeal...
And with one less ball, you were closer to a girl than you had ever been.
After the ordeal, the now less pissed-off surgeon, I can only assume because he could still go to the ball, told...
At least he gets to go to one.
Yep. Go to another ball.
There's two in the same bag.
The surgeon told me that it could happen again, but to make sure it didn't, I would need to be circumcised. He put on his hat and scarf and left, while I slowly walked out of the hospital into the night. Thankfully, it's not happened again, but to all of those scoops out there, please take this as a cautionary tale.